Hello, I'm Cameron. I'm a high school senior at Groves High School in Beverly Hills, Michigan, and I created a set design for Into the Woods. So a bit about me is like I said, I'm a high school senior, and I've been doing theater for the past 4 years at my school. I'm the vice president of my theater troupe and an inductee into the International Thespian Society. Over my past 4 years, I've helped physically build and create the set designs for 6 of our main stage shows, as well as a black box show. And after having this experience in creating the physical building, I want to use that to create a design specifically for high schools. I understand not all high schools have always the best funding for the arts, and so in this design, there's different elements that can be changed or altered or added to help fit the budget and fit the specific needs of the school that's using it. Um, and of course, this set design does not need to be used just for Into the Woods. It can be used for any show. It's a very simple design, but effective, which I'll be explaining right now. So here is the first main picture of the design. So this is it looks sort of intricate, but when you break it down, it's much more simpler than that. It's basically just multiple levels, 3 levels of archways. And so these archways are very magical and fantasy-like, which is what the show kind of entails. As Into the Woods, it's about these storybook characters. So I wanted to really encompass that almost. Also, a lot of these kind of reflect almost like older book covers and stuff like that. For the materials that you can use for this design, it's really up to you and your budget. From my ideas and my thinking, my first thing with these could easily be made out of metal frames. This will also give them a very supportive base, and might be easier to work with. Another good option for a lot of places that might not have access to something like that is to use wood. You can use little tiny sticks, very pliable wood, to be able to create these different archways. And because it's thin, you don't need that much wood. In this design, it is thin, but you can make it thicker if that's what you have on board. With that, I was thinking you could possibly use 2x4s, just simple 2x4s that are placed in the middle, and those can just be painted to look kind of like this, and then you can create the archways with something else. Or even the archways can be filled in. There's truly so many different possibilities. This is just the main one I saw. The next up is like the different platforms. So you'll see in the back, I created a few different like stairs and platforms. This show has a lot of different characters, a lot of different scenes, but most of it is outside, and so it can just be very realistic, almost like a mountain or a hill with those. But also, when we get to the palace for Cinderella, these can be used as steps up to a palace or in a house for different scenes. It doesn't have to just be used for the outside. There's multiple uses to it. And one thing I almost forgot is the little emblem up top, which is what can be reflected in a lot of storybooks. You'll see this at the top of the pages or the top of like the book cover. And so this can be placed right on the front of the stage, as you see in this picture. And this you could possibly put like a line from the show or just Into the Woods on it, or just leave it blank. And it's just another design choice that could be really cute. This can easily just be made out of plywood or even cardboard if need be. Next up, here's another picture of the set. So you'll see the archways and the pillars and the emblem all again in this. It's the exact same design, but this is something more you can add if you have the time and budget or whatever. And these are movable props or parts of set that can easily be moved on and off stage. And these are just small little things that can help really set the scene so the audience knows which characters or where it's taking place. Because again, it's an overall stage thing, but you still have certain moments when you're inside or you're outside or you're by a shed or whatever, and you want to make sure that is conveyed to the audience. Another thing is the size. So it's kind of tough to figure out a set design that works for all sizes of stages, because stages across the country in different places are all different sizes. So it's hard to find exact measurements for a specific stage. But for this one, I just used a basic stage. And if you were to create this set design, you can easily adapt it. I made it so the set design, the backing, like platforms can easily be fit to any size of the stage. And same with these archways. They can easily be made bigger, or you can add more. You just want to make sure, again, you have enough room for your actors or any set pieces like these other ones mentioned here. There you have it. There's my set design, made specifically for Into the Woods, but truly can be modified to fit any show that you seem would fit this design. I would think it would be amazing if anybody were to use this design, and if you do, please contact me, or if you have any questions, you can contact me. My email is beem, B-E-E-M, Cameron2@gmail.com. And I'd love to hear from anyone who chooses to use something from this design. Thank you. Bye.